So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم مدد Shah Mardan Sturia Ali. Welcome to this channel once again. Today a little bit more casual. Sorry, I'm on the hop, on the jump, on the quantum jump. Yes. But I just wanted to don't let my channel here go down and to say hello and to talk on the 100,000th Suratul Ikhlas, where there is the tradition and bear witness of it. What our Prophet ﷺ said, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, Yasin, Ya Taha, Ya Rasulallah. What he said is 100,000, you recite 100,000 Ikhlas, the chapter of sincerity, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ, will set you free from the prison of the dunya, of the Maya, of the illusionary world. So yes, I'm here to say this is true. So how this is to do, and once again, the 100,000 or maybe 125,000 due to other traditions, yes, what I'm always talking, it will create the muwakkil. So invoking the muwakkil, the angelic entity of one of the 99 names, is a huge thing. Most transformative I ever witnessed. But then we have invoking the muwakkilin, the angelic representative beings of the chapters or of the verses of the ayat. This is beyond, right? So how came this about, and what is to expect also, right? I will not share a square in this video because this is a very heavy surah in my experience. I wasn't a long time aware of this, but it's a very heavy one, yes, and what it will make. Very cleansing one. But I will share the number, right? And it's also mentioned in the Sir al-Jalil by Imam Shadili, how you can make your own talisman for that. For those who know, they know. Otherwise, you can learn it in my courses. Link below the video. Link below the video. Suratul Ikhlas. So, how it came about, first of all, in my life. Yes, in the Naqshbandi order, we are said to recite it 100 times a day. They say either you recite one juz of the Quran each day, or if you're not capable, you recite 100 Ikhlas. Yeah. So yes. And then when will it happen if you recite 100? I don't know. Long time that I calculated this, but maybe it will take 10 years. Yes. You might do it quicker, but it's worth the investment. Yes. As really in that point, I heard also other stories and other people, this observation there was. From that point, they will start their own businesses, really be able to be on their own feet. I have to say, in combination with other names, it is just more amazing, right? But Suratul Ikhlas is one of the main foundations for this. Yes. And so it's true. And so again, there is also hadith about this thing that when we invoke the muwakkilin, you have to recite it 100,000 times or 125,000 times, right? Of course, it will bring the person also more in the inner state of sincerity, yes, as the chapter is called, sincereness, yes, and not be dependent on others, because this is the main thing here. Yeah. People can be rich, yeah, but they can be still dependent on others. And yeah, of course, this is about percentage. So we are not like, I mean, I was for some time living on a mountain, But that's not necessary, yeah, this reality to do this. It doesn't have to go that far. But it might be a chapter in this journey to be in the seclusion. I should actually make another video on what I learned in the seclusion. Now I see I learn much more after the seclusion what it taught me, because there it was just heavy stuff. Right? I mean, it's okay, but I should make a video like one year on the yurt, mountain yurt, 1.5 years. Definitely the seclusion, a little bit maybe as a thingy here, is, I mean, such a kind of seclusion. They say the seclusion will, and there are more proper seclusions, right? So there are really seclusions where you're not talking to anyone and things like this. So for me it was half-half. Still I had some people to talk to and stuff like that, right? Anyhow, they say that the seclusion is the method to kill also the dunya. So now it makes the whole sense. Huwa lahu ladhi la ilaha illa hu. Yes. Now I know why I'm talking about this, because it is killing also your attachment to the dunya. Once again, due to percentage. Yes. Our master, he said, when you kill the ego, you are dead. So no one killed his ego, his or her ego. This is an illusion. This is due to percentage. At the same time, you ain't go anywhere without not thinking that you are dying. Yes. And this is now again, of course, bringing us back to the Surah Al-Ikhlas. Because yes, it will make you more independent. But it's a very heavy one, yeah. So, I don't know. I heard some other teachers, they are saying 100 per day, this is like too much. Yes, because of the heaviness, yes. So, yeah, whatever. Who can do it, maybe. Or write the square. But writing the square is also heavy. 1002 is the Abjad, once again. Not 1001 night, 1002 nights, yes. We are here. So, also the Ikhlas, it will cut this love or attachment for the illusions, yeah, step by step. Yeah, this is not one and done. The Muwakilin, once invoked, they will work in the background, and year after year, month after month, you will see there will be like a difference. Oh no, and so on. Yes. So this is Surah Al-Ikhlas. The properties and the powers. And once again, we don't want to, because this is not the way of the losers. Yes, this is the way of the winners. Yes, we are with Imam Ali, the highest of the winners, the high one. Yes, and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is not about losing the alam. People have to understand and make the difference between the alam and the dunya, as they have the world, the created world, which has a reality. Yeah, I mean, nowadays people are saying, oh, this is just the matrix and this is just... No. You have to stay grounded. You have to work with it. As above, so below. As below, so above. And there is nothing else than him, right? So you have to pay due respect to the word. You have to be on the winner's side, because when you are a winner, the waswasa, the whispering of the enemy, will not be interesting, because the whispering of the enemy, it's just for weak people. If you're weak, if you are poor, maybe he will convince you, oh, you have to steal something. Yeah? If, yeah, if you're depressed, maybe he will tell, it will tell, yeah, maybe you have to this to be more happy. So this is why all this work with the talismans and all with the recitations, the dhikrs, the mantras, is to bring us into a state of victory. إِنَّ فَتَحْنَا لَكَ فَتْحًا مُبِينًا. Right? Nothing than that. Yes. Nothing than that. This is what the Creator wants to make. Because this is but a play, but a game. No one talking on this too much, on this Quranic verse. This is a game, you have to win the game. Yes. And you have to use the methods from olden days as well. Yeah. This is a good method with the talismans to get some points. Yeah. To make like side quests, to fight the boss. Yes. So try to be winners. And also with the ego, once again. I have to repeat that. And there is no suppression. Haramtu dhulma ala nafsi. We have made it forbidden for ourselves to be oppressing. This Allah says. So we may not also be oppressors on ourselves. So the killing the ego, this is not what this is some, I'm just saying it's not what we imagine. Yes, there is some reality to this, but people are killing the ego, but then oops, I have killed my soul. Yes. Oh, now my yes. And then of course the ego is a sacrifice. It's a kurban, right? So for whom you make the sacrifice? Yeah. If you make it for a wrong idol, for the ego, because the ego can also sacrifice itself for itself. The snake bites itself into its own tail, no? And then it's like a loop. Yes, we don't want to be stuck in a loop. Big part I'm talking to myself, remembering myself. So for what and who you make the kurban? If you make it for Allah, very good. If you make it for the Prophet, good. If you make it for Imam Ali, good. But if you make it for the sake of making it, or for your ego to be proud, worthless, even less than worthless. So that's why I'm not so much talking on these things here, because it's like, I know many people, and yes, now we come to the point where it can be misused. Because if you kill your ego for someone else, you have a statue of gold of a person in your mind, and you make the kurban in front of it. I don't want to say the word what this is, but you guys know what this is. The idol. Yeah, okay. And yes, interesting, all these things have to do with Suratul Ikhlas. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ, which is 3 verses, and the Prophet ﷺ said it's the 1/3 of the Quran. Yeah, so if you recite it, for those who don't know, 3 times you have recited the whole of the Quran. Yeah. So very powerful one to get the sincerity, to get the clarity, to get the mustaqim. And the mustaqim is, once again, as the belief. Yeah. The mustaqim is for everyone has one mustaqim, the straight path. It's not the straight path where hundreds of people go. It's the straight path you go through life. Yeah, without going left, right, no. A very nice and victorious path. So yes, This is the channel name from the Surah Ikhlas. I think if you can write the talisman for this 3x3, I think in Surah Jalil it mentions a 6x6. And yes, it's also connected to manifesting wealth. Those who have the Surah Jalil can, it's a 40-day prayer. You do it at night. Maybe this is good for an initiation. 14 days. I think it's 14. We can look it up. 14 or 40, whatever. And then you recite, you make 4 rak'ah, 4 prayer units. You recite 10, Surah Al-Ikhlas. In the first unit, 20 in the second, 30 in the third, and 40 in the fourth unit. Yeah. And you can prepare this talisman from 1002. You calculate it. I'm not going to do it. It's like, too heavy. Maybe in one point. Make prayers for me that I can do it and show you. And then you can just copy paste it or copy it. Hand copy, of course. Or print it, whatever. Better the hand copy one. Our teacher, he said, printed that and have no power. And you put this beneath the carpet, prayer rack, and then you recite it for 14 or 40 days, whatever. Would be interesting the number, what comes around with that. But I don't think it's 100,000. But this is like befriending then the surah, the entities, the khodams, the muwakilin behind that, and maybe making it easier for you to reach that goal. Yes. Keep the beats moving. Like, subscribe. If you want to order talismans, links down below. If you want to learn that practices, links down below. Either contact me or go just to the homepage. Questions, all good. Yes, from last time, the Nur talisman, we had a lot of people who wanted. Still, it's not decided. We'll get it. I think next week or so I will make the raffle. Then I will announce who got the talisman from the last video. The talisman of light. Okay, keep it going, salams.